Hello, Comrade. My name, of course, is Over the Potato. This is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And this episode is all about the cash. The money, the wonga, the dosh. Can you think of any other words for money? Please let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, yes, that's what we're going to do in today's episode. We're going to hopefully get our money back to where it used to be at the start of the game, and hopefully push the nation towards profitability. Now, in order to do that, there's a couple of other little objectives that I think that we need to fulfill first, right? On the whole, everything is very, very good at the moment, right? However, we do have a slight problem with regards to the fact that we don't really have enough workers to keep everything powered up all the time. You know, we've got a capacity of 392 workers on this train, and we're only carrying about 130. So I want to change that around a little bit. I want to get a few more workers up and running. One worker can't get there because there's no kindergarten place available. Look, not enjoying culture, not able to get meat. These are all problems, but I need workers. I need workers, and I need lots of them. So I think that the first order of the day is going to be getting a brand new sort of housing estate. I think that's what we want to do. So without further ado, let's get that set up. After that, I think that the name of the game is going to be oil. Yes, you heard me right. Oil. Oil is what I'm interested in, and it's a foolproof way to get cash. Mark my words. Okay, cool. Let's get some more houses. Construction. Let's just get the biggest ones. Headquarters of the Communist Party. That's something that I'm interested in. I'm not interested in education at this very moment, but I do want to get education in a little bit. However, the first priority for me, anyway, has to be getting money. Right. So pretty much, is that the biggest building that I can get? 120? Oh no, I didn't get the biggest building that I could. That's the biggest building that I can get. Yeah. Fine. You know what? We've got some variety, right? Let's pretend that that one different building is enough variety for a healthy, well-balanced city. We'll rotate things around a little bit. Sure. Yep, looking pretty good. Looking good. We do need to make sure that we get a whole bunch of amenities over here, but that's a problem for a future potato at a slightly later point in the episode. At present, I'm just concentrated on getting as many workers as we possibly can to stay here. Look at this. This is going to be a monstrosity. He just keeps going. He just keeps building. He can't stop. It's almost like he's been overtaken. There is no way of stopping him. Who knows when he's going to stop placing houses? Not even he knows. All right, that's fine. I think that's enough. That is probably a little bit of overkill. And by a little bit, I mean that is probably severe overkill. Probably to the point that we might not end up having enough money. But that's okay. Let's get some footpaths sorted out. Right down the center. There we go. Connect everything up. Doesn't really need to look very pretty. Just needs to be serviceable, right? There we go. We're talking numbers here, you know? These are big numbers. These are going to be big numbers of people. All right, let's press play. Let's watch our money drain away. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. If you repeat the second line, it sounds extra posh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wowzers. It's a lot of money. But that's a lot of people, right? That is a lot of people. We need to get these people fully furnished. I'm going to start building grocery stores. Probably on this side. I should probably be over here, to be honest. Actually, first things first. We gotta prioritize here, right? We gotta get a bus platform. We gotta get a bus platform. Bus platform needs to be right in the center so as to allow access for pretty much everyone. If we build a gravel road... Sorry, not a gravel road, a footpath. I think people will be able to walk down... Yeah, I'll just make a road there just in case. Okay. And then let's go about setting up all of the residential niceties that my people have come to expect. There we go. Grocery store or 2. Honestly, we should probably get 2 grocery stores. Yeah. I think we should really start placing stores and all of the different amenities that we're going to get set up in multiples of 2. That way, we can also help with the undersupply of you know, meats and grocery stores and clothing stores for this area, because these guys are, you know, a little bit underserved by their local resources. So let's do that. Let's sort that. Great. We can't do that there. We'll get a... That doesn't want to connect up there. That's actually okay. That doesn't need to connect up there. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, this is a hodgepodge of a road network, but it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Just bear with me. Bear with me. I've got a grand design in mind, which I'm really excited to share with you. I've got an idea. It's probably a pretty poor idea, actually, but it's fine. Can we get a store over here? And then another store over here, perhaps? Or another store over in this vicinity? That's not too bad. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. A shopping center? I mean, I don't really need a shopping center. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Actually, you know what? You know what? Let's delete this. Let's delete these buildings. We don't actually need them. If I could put a shopping center right in here. To be honest, it's close. We need to get rid of this road, but that would not be the end of the world to do. And then we could get a shopping center right in the center of town. To be honest, that looks pretty darn good. What about here? That looks like it would just about fit, you know? Take away that little bit of road as well. Oh. Looks good to me. What about turning it around? Can't build due to infrastructure? That actually works. That's a huge investment. That's 96,000 rubles. However, it will be worth it. It will be worth it. I'm telling you, it'll be worth it. Let's get a footpath connected. Connect that up. Cool. Great. Footpath. Also, footpath. We could probably do footpath over here. No, apparently not. Just trying to be as efficient with my space as I possibly can. There we go. That's looking a little better. And then we need to finish off the other residential requirements, one of which actually is kindergarten. That would be good. Technical university. We also need to get a school. Let's get a kindergarten over here. I think that we're going to need to get 2 kindergartens, to be honest. I don't think that just one will be enough. Also, I saw a green icon over here. It was close to working. Why is it not working anymore? Fit in there? Something like that? Oh. There we go. That's looking good. Alright, so kindergarten over there. Let's get another kindergarten over here. We need to connect up via path. There we go. We need to get a school. We'll get a school right about there. Yep, school right about there. Perfect. What else, honestly? What else? Nothing else is really required, I don't think. We need a pub, but that's about it. Yeah, pub. Can we fit a pub in here by any chance? It was always going to be an ambitious ask. In fact, considering that that is right on top of the kindergarten, chance of that happening, very slim. Right, build a pub over there. I'll build another pub up here. Just because I can, more than anything. There we go. Flatten a little bit of terrain. Great. Alright, so let's watch our money drain away yet again. It's a big investment for the shopping center, that's for sure. Right, people are flooding into the bus station. That's wonderful. We've got a couple of buses spare at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear this bus route. We're going to give it a new stop. And we're going to do that there. Does that work now? I don't think that does work. I think that failed tremendously. Right. Dispatch. Where are you? You're here. Great. Copy. Paste. All those places. And now, do we need to click on them all to start? But it should all work. It all works. Great. One of the interesting things about this game is that you'll notice that in a specific building, only one vehicle can move at a time. So that's sort of a limiting factor to consider. So another vehicle can't move. This vehicle can't move until this vehicle has exited this line at the very end of the very edge of the premises, which is just something to consider whilst you're building the town. All right, the shopping center is just about done. Wonderful. That's pretty darn good. A whole bunch of teachers are at the school. That's great. A whole bunch of workers are waiting to get picked up. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough buses to transport people to the train station, but it's good enough, at least. Electronics. Electronics are a no. 0% of electronics. We don't need to import electronics. We just don't need to do it. Yeah. Alright. That's good. That's good. So, that's a bunch of shoppers, so things are going to be fine. Why is this taking its time? To be honest, hold up, your boy's just had a great idea. Your boy has just had a fantastic idea. What if we bring the train down this way? Like, we just build train track down this direction, and we just link up to a micro train station over there. I didn't even think about that. Alright, let's expand track out this way. Nope. Yep, just like that. Alright. Alright, it works. It's not super pretty, but it is what it is, right? Now, are we able to fit a train station? Train station small, just a small one. Would we be able to fit a train station in right about here? You know what? I'm almost convinced that we can. It's going to be kind of tight, but... because that would certainly help. That would certainly help with worker deliveries. This is looking much better. This is looking much, much healthier. You know what? I think we're going to leave it as is for now, because I don't want to muck around too much. But that is basically a pretty good result for us. Look at that. 277 workers on board the train, as opposed to, you know, what used to be half that, really. And we've got more and more people coming every day, which is great, which is really, really good. We still got 64 workers waiting over here. Perfect. Okay, so that's one thing that we've got taken care of. That's great. Hopefully that will equate to slightly more consistent operation of all of the buildings up here. Hopefully that's the plan anyway. I'm very, very much hoping that with more, not with more regular trains, but with more fully loaded trains, it'll just mean that we're just going to be able to make the whole system work just that little bit better. Yeah, look at this. We got a long list of buses. But there's a lot of people waiting on the train platform at the moment. 257 workers. That's looking pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Great. You know what? Maybe even we need to get another train. But that's not what I need to be focusing on right now. What I need to be focusing on right now is oil. Because oil, I've decided, is the way in which we are going to make our money. And it just so happens that before we started up the episode, I had a little look. I had a little look around where we can find oil, because the problem is that you need to do it, you know, you need to detect it like this. But I didn't have to look very far, because right over here it seems that we've got a pretty large supply of oil. Just in this entire area. We got a couple of little rigs that we can use to, you know, to drill the stuff out. And that's that. So we're really very, very fortunate with regard to the fact that it's right next door to us. So I was having a little think about how best to do this. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm really, really happy with our sort of main line at the moment. Our main goods line. I'm also really happy with our main passenger line. That's also really good, especially if we bring it down into this area and we link up the network to this little station over here, etc., etc. You get the picture. But the point is that I think that we can branch off this line, and I think that's what we probably want to do. And if we go and have a little look at the very, very end over here, you can see that there is oil, there is fuel, there's also bitumen, which is a heavy refined, it's a byproduct, I think, of oil. It's the stuff that you use to put down on top of roads to seal them, I think. Fun fact for you. And then there's also chemicals as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that we can get as a product from oil. And if we have a little look, you can see that we've got an oil refinery here. And with 250 tons of oil, then we can make 125 tons of fuel and 75 tons of bitumen, which is great. Each of these guys can produce 7 tons at maximum, which is fine. So basically, we get a whole bunch of oil rigs, we get a whole bunch of refineries, or we get one refinery, really. We don't really need that many. And then we turn it into oil, and we can sell the product like that, or alternatively, we can refine it even further, and we can turn it into chemicals. That requires wood, gravel, crops. It's doable, but it's a little bit more of a faff, don't get me wrong. Asphalt is also something that we could look to use. That needs gravel and bitumen. Or plastics, that requires chemicals and oil, so we need to make chemicals first. The point is that there's a lot of stuff that we can be doing. Also, what we can be doing is, and this is where the real brains of the operation is going to come in. We can transport our oil to our industrial area. Do we even want to manufacture oil or process the oil in our industrial area? That's a question that I think that we're going to have to ask ourselves and also answer, because we're going to be mining the oil. I say mining the oil, drilling the oil from up here. There's nothing to stop us from putting an oil refinery right over here, right? The problem with that is we're not going to be able to get access to any of these workers, and that oil well, where is it? The oil refinery requires 500 workers, up to 500 workers. That's a ton. We're going to need way more workers. So we're going to have to consider where we want to put it. Honestly, I'm kind of in favor of putting the oil refinery over here, because it will give us a little bit more space, frees up a little bit of space, which is very, very nice. But more importantly, it will allow us to do an oil fuel loading thing. And we can just send a train down here, send it to load up with oil, and then send it along the line over to the end, blah blah blah, and we give them processed oil. I think that's honestly what we want to spend our money on. Alternatively, we could do it with something that we could sell them something else. Bitumen's pretty darn good. To be honest, maybe we do it bitumen. Maybe we do it with bitumen. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, maybe we try and sell these guys bitumen. I don't know. Well, whatever the case, the first stage of the game is definitely getting oil production. So, what we should do is we should get a gravel road and run it down basically the center. There we go. Run an oil thingy down there. Also, we can pipe oil. That's something else that we can consider. So we can truck oil around, or we can use a train, or we can pipe it. Honestly, we're kind of flexible in that regard, which is quite nice. Right. Can I not put it in this area? Oh, I guess all of the oil is going to get sucked out in that area. Fine. There we go. Excuse me. Can't build due to infrastructure. There we go. There we go. A couple more bits of oil. A couple more bits of oil. It's not really what I meant to say. A couple more oil wells, I think, is probably what I was looking for. As many as possible would be truthfully ideal. There we go. There's a little bit more oil over here. I wonder if this is just an infinite supply. I somehow suspect that it might be. Right. So are you starting to mine oil yet? Not quite yet. We need people. We need people over here. We're going to need people over here anyway. Which means that I think that my plan of doing the whole oil refinery in this section, I think would be probably the best idea. So we just have an oil processing area over here. I think that's what I want to do, to be honest. Right. Looking good. This is looking a little not great. To be honest. Yeah, do that. It's only really... We're never really going to need to use these access roads, I don't think, except for dropping people off, which is going to be a little bit of a pain to do, but we might be able to get a bus stop somewhere rather central. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Too big a climb uphill? Really? Looking good. There we go. Alright, so with that, I think that is our oil production area set up, which is great. Now, of course, we don't have any outputs, and we're going to need to set up outputs before we do anything else. And I believe it's just with a pipeline. Yeah, so these are above ground pipelines, which is an interesting point of note. Yeah, we need to get oil storage. Oil storage can probably accumulate, like, here? In fact, no. It would probably be an idea if I had the train station coming in here. Let's build a train station. I know this is a sort of scattergun approach to success. But if we put a train station in here, train platform small. Just like this, yeah. Yeah, just like that. That would be grand. And we will connect up a little footpath to that area. Connect up a footpath to that area. We're also going to get ourselves a nice little road connection, if at all possible. That was a dream. Right, do that. Okay, so that works now. Right, okay. Sometimes I just never understand the way that this game operates. It's ludicrous. It's crazy. Right. Get a road. Get that. Okay, so that works. Somehow that ends up working. Well, I'm delighted that that does end up working, but hey-ho. Okay, so let's take another shot at getting our oil storage up and running. I would like the oil tank to be up here then, I guess. Sure, we'll have inputs all directions, but the output will face down that way. Right, so here's my thought process. We'll build a bunch of pipelines. Hold up. Oh, that did not mean to do that. I think we should be able to just connect pipelines up, right? Connect pipelines up to other pipelines. Uh-oh, that's not a possibility. Pipe pumping station? Yeah, that's what we want to get. Alright, fine. I did not realize that that was the case. That's fine. At least we haven't spent any money on it yet. That's the great thing about being paused. Right, so that goes in there, that goes in there. We'll get you to go to there. Perfect. Okay, so that's 3 pipelines. And that will go to 1 input. We're going to want to get another one of these pipe pumping stations. Got to be careful about where we place this, of course. Wrong one. There we go. Something like that. Yep, perfect. Looking good. This is a very, very expensive endeavor, I would hasten to add. But it's fine. Is there any way that I can make these pipelines underground? Apparently not. I can only make them higher above ground. Which, to be honest, is actually fine. Alright, so that's good. We need one more. I need to sink that down as much as I can. Yeah, we need one more combination station. Combination station. I like that. I say one more combination station. We might need more than one combination station. That goes in there. That goes in there. That goes in there. Right, so you are going to go up here and into there. Hill causing obstruction. You silly sausage. This isn't going to work. Right. This looks like a nightmare right now. This whole thing looks utterly terrible. So that's connected, that's connected, that's connected, that's connected, that's connected, that's connected, that's connected. We need to connect a couple more. Oh my goodness, this is just a nightmare. Alright, so let's do that there. And then that there. Okay, so with that, this is going to be a hugely expensive endeavor. Hills causing obstruction. No matter. There we go. Right. Is this going to be worth it? Honestly, no one knows the answer to this question. Too long? Really? Do we need another pipe pumping station? I think that that's what we might need. And also it's uphill. Right. Let's plant this in a strategic location. There we go. You need to go in there. You need to go in there. There we go. This looks actually almost complete. Right, so now all we need to do is have one final combination station, which will combine all of these inputs. Right, so that goes there. This is going to be a horrific, absolutely horrific cost. There we go. But it's looking pretty good. Pipes are... Oh, this pipe... the pipe's too long. Right. There we go. And then in there. Okay, great. So, finally, that goes in there. I still need to make this happen. Right. Let's do the leveling tool. Will that make any difference? That does make a difference. Okay. We're on 2.5 million rubles now. How much does that cost us? That cost us the better part of 500,000 rubles. But it was worth it. That was absolutely worth it. We're still building the storage at the moment, which is fine. Quickly, let me just have a little look. Is everything connected up? Yeah, it looks to be that everything is connected up. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And you know what? That actually worked out fairly well. I was pretty happy with the way in which that was organized. That's fine. All right, let's look at getting a commuter railway line in place. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's all getting deleted. That's not even connected up. Yeah, a commuter railway line. Come out this way. Kind of straight, I guess. Sure. Bring that out there. Bring this out here. Basically, we want to try and get a connection point to this line here. Lovely. So far, so good. No issues with track collision. No issues with anything. It's all looking good. Underwater or too close to water level? I suppose that's your way of telling me that you want us to build a railway bridge. Honestly, understandable. That's a $100,000 bridge. Or a 100,000 ruble bridge. And we're going to need 2 of them. Actually, we don't need 2 of them. We can get away with just 1. But okay, that's not a good look. Whatever. Actually, we can get away with just 1. Don't give me any problems here. Oh, video game, you were doing so well. You were doing so darned well. Oh, no. I was so hopeful that that would be done and dusted. And that we wouldn't have any of the problems that we had last time. What about you? Will you go? You'll go there. Alright then. Fine, I guess. Let's try and have a little merge in there. There we go. Alright, so we will end up going for a single railway bridge. That way we don't have to spend the money all over again. And it's a lot of money, which makes me think I don't really want to spend it again. Too big a descent downhill. Okay, that to me says tunnel. Is this going to be our first tunnel? Does that work as a tunnel? To be honest, that just about looks like an acceptable tunnel. Alright, let's take these tracks back a little bit. Do I want to do a second tunnel? Will a second tunnel work? Probably not. Yes. It's glorious. It's glorious. Okay, we will spend double on the tunnel, but not on the bridge, apparently. I think the tunnel is substantially longer than the bridge as well. Not like it really matters, but hey-ho. We'll get a bridge once we start properly making money. But until then, I don't think that we should spend all of our cash on bridges and tunnels. Okay, so that's a commuter line. That's a commuter line to get to the heart of the oil district, which is great. That's really, really good. So that's that. We've even got a name for a town. I don't want to. I don't like the fact that we've got another name for a town. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So that's that. We've got the oil fuel storage coming online very, very shortly as well. The only thing that we need to do now, or at least the only thing that is pressing to do, is the oil refinery. Now, I would like to do the oil refinery within walking distance of Within walking distance of the train station. Right. Let's flatten the terrain here. It's actually not super expensive to do. I say that as it becomes super expensive. 4,000 rubles. It's a lot of money, but hey ho. That was worth it. Okay, so now what we need to do is connect our final pipeline. Our final pipeline between the 2 points, between the oil storage. Right, over here. I suspect that we will have to raise this pipeline up a little bit. Looking good. No. There we go. Beautiful. It works, and it works spectacularly. So basically, all of the oil is going to be funneled into the storage tank. Why this storage tank, you may ask? Great question. Not quite sure. But that's the storage tank that we're going to operate with. Our finances, once again, are going to be severely shrunk as we invest in bridges, as we invest in tunnels, all of this stuff. As we also invest in a massive, massive oil refinery. So, after the oil refinery is done, where does the oil refinery go? Where does the oil refinery output to? That's a very, very good point. Does the oil factory have a connection? It does not have a connection. I think it might require a pipeline. So these are some output pipelines, yeah. Right, we'll let that be finished first. Right, this is good though. This is fine. This is not fine though. We have got a lot of people waiting here. 277 workers. Yeah, we need another train platform down here. There's no other way to do it, I don't think. We need to be transporting via train. However, I think that might be fixing our... I think we might have a sort of reliability issue, which I say we've fixed. We haven't really fixed it. Also, what the heck is going on over here? I thought I was making money. This is a poor show, honestly. I thought that I could fix things, but it doesn't work like that, apparently. Alright. Everyone go. Yeah, so prefab panel factory is a little bit preoccupied at the moment. Or I'd say it's preoccupied at the moment. It's not actually preoccupied. We got a whole heck of a lot of workers in there, but none of them can export to anywhere because our trains are not doing a good enough job. Right. So that's that. I mean, doesn't really give us a long-term solution for anything else. Yeah, I thought we'd cracked the nub of the problem with this whole area, but apparently we haven't. However, we will be able to make a little bit of money shortly. And boy oh boy, we need it. The tunnel is still being dug, that's fine. The oil refinery is still being made. That's also fine. We need to connect up. We need to get another train service, actually. And truthfully, part of me thinks, in fact, all of me thinks, that we try and buy the train with dollars, but unfortunately, we can't buy the train with dollars. We can only buy the train with rubles. Right. No. That needs to get sold. Yeah, sell one of those. And then we want a bunch of passenger wagons. That's not what I wanted, even slightly. I wanted a passenger wagon. 4 passenger wagons. Yes, please. Right. Are we going to go bankrupt? That's the question that's been on everyone's mind. Get out and in. And then over here. Start. Great. Right. Yeah, okay. I think what we need to do is... What I think we need to do is remove this signal right there. And then also remove that signal right there. We'll see if that makes any difference. But the point is that we should be okay for trains, at least for now. We may be getting a few extra rubles through the door at the moment, because we're selling our resources at the other end of the line, and we're about to get there. That's great. We're going to make a little bit of money. The prefab panels are selling well, hopefully. Don't know how well, though. All right, we need to get a power supply over here. Goodness gracious me. When it rains, it pours, right? I mean, I say it rains, it pours. I created this problem for myself, so I don't know why I'm blaming anyone else. All right, let's get power cabling all the way over here. Sure, power cabling, power transformer. Yup. Power transformer. There we go. Then we're going to do some medium voltage wires. Get the fancy ones. In fact, you know what? We just need a substation. If we can get one, if we can get away with one substation, that would be perfect. But I think that we'll have to do two, unfortunately. Can we make that work? There we go. Connection angle is too sharp. There we go. Come on. You know you want to. There we go. And down here. Beautiful. There we go. Spectacular. Now, let's angle this in an appropriate fashion. And put the building right about there. Right. We're very low on Wonga at the moment. Hold on. Did you pick up any passengers? Why did you not pick up any passengers? Also, since there's only one train running on this section of track, I'm not going to worry about signals at the moment. I know I need to sort out sort of the exchanges and whatnot. Oh. This is why I need to worry about signals on this track. I thought that I could get away with it. I was so wrong. Right. Let's do this. Do a little bit of a over-the-track merge there. We want to access... want to allow access... hold on. There. And there. Remove a signal there. Great. And then we want to do... what's the direction of travel over here? So... that's that. No. Goodness gracious me. You don't like it when I click precisely, do you? Right. And then here. There we go. Now we need to have jewel points here. I say jewel points. Points like this. Right. I think that'll work. You should be able to travel through here, right? Why is this not working? Yeah, this should work. All right. Turn around. Or don't even bother. It's fine. Just ignore the signals. Just ignore the signals. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Oh, gosh darn it. Turn around again. There you go. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. And then we'll do the same thing up here. We'll get the tracks to merge appropriately. Hopefully it'll work this time. There we go. And then the direction of travel will be like, well, hold on. Yeah, it'll be like that, and then that direction. Perfect. All right, it's not perfect, but it is a train system. It does work. Oh, you are just... You're being a problem, aren't you? Right. We've clearly got a problem over here. You're just waiting to come back. I think that we need to put the points... the points, not the points, sorry. The signals after the points. I think that's the trick that I've been missing this whole time. There we go. So it'll allow the guys to move out there. I think that's what we need to do. Have I done that over here? I haven't. There we go. And then... yeah. So that needs to be like that, and then that needs to be... like that, actually. No. Yeah, like that. So there's only one train that's able to move in that area, so we don't actually need the double directional ones. At least not yet. Okay, so this is the first... excuse me? Where did all the passengers go? I intensely dislike it when that happens. There's a whole bunch of passengers just waiting, and then they all just disappear. And now there's 134 back again. Why did that happen? We're making oil. Do we need people to work here? I thought people... oh, apparently we just need... apparently these don't even need people to work. Okay, that's great. That's absolutely perfect. In fact, that's why there's not any people coming onto this train, because there is a severe lack of places for them to go to work. Can I make a bridge here? Nope. Right. That's a bit of a bothersome problem that I'm not super happy about, because I was banking on having access to this area via walkway. So we're going to need to reconfigure this somehow. Right. There we go. So, add buildings where citizens should go. Is it too distant? Now it's not too distant. There we go. So, there's a little bit of a problem here, in which we now no longer have a route for this pipeline. Right. Do that to there. And then this can go over the walkway here. And that goes down there. Alright, perfect. These pipelines are actually a joy to work with in comparison to roads, rail, everything else, actually. Alright. We're low on cash, but that's fine. Good news. Things are going great. We're filling up with oil. The source is not sending. Why is the source not sending? We should be sending. Is it a power problem? Doesn't look like a power problem. It looks like it might be a capacity problem. Yeah, okay. So why is this not working? Why is... uh-oh. Hold up. Yeah, why is this train not able to get out of here? Train platform small to the Seldony train station. Should be able to do it, right? You can't route it at the moment. Not quite sure why this isn't working at present. Shouldn't be any issues. Let's get rid of you. There we go. It should be able to path to the train station. Is it an issue with signaling? Have I accidentally disconnected a bit of track? I feel like that's not something that I can easily do. I haven't changed any signals recently. Is it perhaps a signal on the bridge? That is a one-way signal on the bridge. That could be it. That looks like an erroneously placed signal. Does that work any better? Hey! So that was a one-way bridge, basically. Which is A-okay, actually. That's fine. Sort of fixed the problem. Okay, so now we're importing oil. We've got fuel. We just need workers to turn that fuel into something useful. Why is the source not being sent? There's no input connection? I mean, that is a factual inaccuracy. Why is this not working? Let's have a little look. There is an input connection. Are these output connections? Hold up. This is a pumping station. Let's delete that pumping station then, sure. We need to have one input and then 3 outputs. Yeah. And then we'll get rid of some pipe. Excuse me? Alright. It's not exactly what I wanted to have happen, but hey ho. There we go. Perfect. There we go. And then that connects up there. Miracles do happen. There we go. So does that work? Should work. Yeah, 10.13 tons of oil. Source is not currently sending, but that's fine, just because we've had enough oil. We've got a lot of oil. We've got a lot of oil that's being stored, which is wonderful. That's great. So, all of the oil that's currently in here is in addition to all of the oil that's also in here. So we've got a lot of oil. Okay, so now that we've got all this set up, we need to think about how we want to sell this fuel, really. And also, have we got a train full of workers? Oh boy, 156 workers. That's, you know, somewhat shy of the 500 that are needed to run this thing at full production, but that's okay. We can deal with that in a little bit. We now need to think about how we want to sell this oil. And I think that we want to sell this oil via... Hold on, it's... Yeah, so we want to do an oil fuel loading / unloading. We want to get that right about here. Yeah, I want to get that about there. Then we want to do a fuel storage. Want to store fuel in there. And then also here. Perfect. Now, what are the outputs over here? This looks like 2 different outputs. Looks like one output goes into that tank, and then the other output goes into that tank. What else do we have? We've got oil and bitumen. Fuel in there. Fuel in there. Ah. That's a bummer. We're storing fuel in both places. Do we want to try that again? Sure. Okay, this is just... You know what? I don't want to speak badly upon these about these pipelines because they're so good. They're so good in comparison. They're making... We're making me... This is good. I mean, we've got... But we've not got any bitumen. Does bitumen have to be transported in another way? I don't think so. I don't know where the output for bitumen is. It's not via road, is it? It could presumably be via road. We don't even have a road connection over here. That's kind of crazy. I should probably connect up a road just for the sake of things. There we go. All right. Still no idea where the bitumen is to go. Building is without a power supply. That's a bummer. Presumably, that's because we have yet again failed to have any workers operating the power plant. That's really annoying. There is just no consistency. There is no consistency in operating the power plant here. Yeah, that's a big annoyance, actually. Can we build a footpath to the power plant? I know that might be a little bit far. Make any difference? Not really. Not particularly. Yeah, there are no connections to this building, or the building is too distant. Yeah, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. We need to get the power plant. We need to get the power plant better connected somehow. I'm just not sure how we're going to do it. You're bringing 99 workers. That's good. That's at least a substantial number. Still no intel on the bitumen. Cannot mix liquids. Yeah, hold on. Pause. Let's get rid of that building. Store this item. How can I tell where the bitumen comes from? I just cannot. I just cannot. Right. Pipelines. Pipe storage. Okay, let's try that again. We'll try building another thing right there. Right, see if it makes any difference. I'm probably just missing something. Maybe there's just no way to do it without trucking it. If that's the case, then that's actually fine, because we can truck it directly to where it needs to go. Let's do that there. That there. That there. And bring that around. Fine. Right, we can do this. We can do this. So, with that becomes the oil fuel loading, which is great. We still need to add the train track, which for now we're going to do with one. We're going to do with one track. I am really, really conscious of how unbelievably out of resources I am. That's what I mean to say. Let's get that built up. Perfect. Let's build a railway tunnel from like here all the way through to like here. Tunnel is above terrain at some point. Really? Will this work? Seems to be pretty darn good. There was a place there it worked. It's close to working. It's close to working. I can feel it. Right. I know you want to do this video game. Just work with me here. No. If we can make this happen, I will be very, very happy. It's 200,000 rubles for that tunnel. Let's do it. Let's do it. Can I take loans out in this game? Great question. I don't actually know. Who even knows? Who even knows anymore? Right, so we need to connect this up. We need to connect this up to this. Well, we need to connect it up to both routes, actually. So can we get the track to run parallel? There we go. Okay, so that's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn close to what we're looking for. Then we have a connection up here. And then we have a connection there. That works. That actually works. That legitimately works. So we're just gonna have a double track thing there. So there's only one train that's allowed to access this section of track at one time. Perfect. Yeah, there's a train stuck over there. Oh no, what's going on here? Again, I thought I'd fixed all these problems. But apparently I haven't. There we go. Remove that there, remove that there. Turn you around. Beautiful. Does that work any better? Hopefully it does. Right. We're still working on this very, very expensive tunnel. I dread to think of what our numbers are looking like at the moment. Things are looking very, very bad on the whole. But that's okay. That's looking much better. That's looking much better. You're still waiting behind here. Okay. Part of the problem is that we've not been able to consistently get stuff working. But now we are. Now we're fine. There's no connection to factories or warehouses. You should do. Lots of oil coming in, which is wonderful. Actually, hold up. Hold up. I've just had an idea. I've just had an idea which is going to waste a lot of fuel, so I don't actually want to do that. I was going to suggest getting rid of this pipeline and putting bitumen in here, but what I'll do is I will do this bitumen auto build from dollars. This is how unaffordable things are. That goes there, sure. I want a what do you call it? The infrastructure piece. Yeah, we want the infrastructure piece. A truck unloading station. Truck aggregate unloading. Can we not do a truck aggregate unloading with road cargo station? Is that what we're looking for? No, not really. I was looking for a truck that was able to unload into a pipeline. And to be honest, maybe that's just this thing. If that's the case, we've just spent a whole bunch of money on a cylinder. My thought was that if we could get an unloading station like here, we can truck the bitumen to here, store it in here, and then output it there. Apparently, I'm just not able to make that happen, though. Is the tunnel almost done? Oh, the tunnel's so close to being done. I say so close to being done. It's like 50% of the way to being done. Okay. Is there any way to fix this problem? I do not think that there is. This is just ridiculous. I don't even know. Can someone please explain to me? I can't place something on the switch. Can I place it in the middle? I don't think so. So we want... I want the points to be over here, basically. And I also want points to be over here. I really feel like this should work better than it does. I need a path signal. That's what I need. But I just can't manage to figure out how to do it. So they'll just drive up to this point. Yeah. I'll try a different combination of signals, shall I? Try those signals. See if that makes any difference. I don't think it will. At all, actually. Where's my other train? Somewhere that's not around here. Right, well, we're getting prefab panels. That's what matters. Let's try and get the last train that we might actually ever be able to afford. You're lost. You're just lost. That's so annoying. Turn around. In fact, I know the reason that you're lost is because... The reason that you're lost... is because I put the signals on here in this wrong orientation. I have a solution to this problem, by the way. I do have a solution to this problem. I do have a solution to this problem. My solution to this problem would be... We have an inside to the stations, and then we have an outside to the stations. With these simplistic signals, I think that honestly, the only way that we can fix things properly is if we have an input and an output side. So let's ditch this train depot. Demolish the train depot. Yep. Auto purchase from dollars because we don't have any other money at all, actually. Right, and then ditch that little bit of track. Can we come across here? Too big a climb uphill. I feel like that should not be big climb uphill. There we go. Fine. Now that's a big climb uphill. That's fine with me. All right, this is possible though. This is doable. We can fix this. So, what we need to do is we need to get signals which... In fact, all we need to do is do it with one line. We need to get one line to take track to there. That is a... How is that allowed to happen? That is a little increase, isn't it? Oh no, that's fine. It's a flat bit of track. Alright, so that's fine. Let's get this track to merge here, if possible. There we go. Looks good. So, with that, we will have only one-way type signal here. There we go. Only have it going forward. Same with, we'll have one-way signals here, one-way signals there. That's great. That makes this whole process work a lot better. And then we'll have one-way signals there and one-way signals here. Perfect. So with that, we should fix our whole problem, right? There we go. Looking good. Look at how masterfully that's been fixed. So where's our other train? Our other train is over here. That's great. The only issue now is that we don't have a depot, and we need a depot in order to buy a brand new train for this section of track over here, and for dealing with the oil. We're building up fuel, though. That is important. We're about to finish doing this stuff. I still don't understand how on earth we're supposed to export bitumen. It says it's an oil tank export, but there's no indication to me where the heck we should be exporting bitumen to. Does that make any difference whatsoever? I don't think it does at all. Cannot mix liquids? Yeah, I know we can't mix liquids, but... Something should be happening here. I don't quite know. Right, let me see. Can I go up here? $2,000 dues. Yeah. Get that out there. That out there. And then that down there. Right. Will bitumen be delivered over here? No. No, it will not. It will not at all. Right. 200 tons of bitumen. Great. And 48 tons of fuel. Okay. That's fine. We need two things. I say we need two things. Basically two things. One of those things is a rail depot. Where is it? Rail depot, train depot, right here. $37,000. Bargain. That goes there. That goes there. Fine. Right. So, with that, once this is done, we'll officially be out of money. But more importantly, we at least might have a way to make money. Right, we're still storing up that fuel. We've not linked up, actually. We need to link up. We need to link up that. Yeah. Let's get that linked up. Perfect. And that'll just be a little bit extra. We need to do a pipe pumping station, actually. Which will combine our resources. There we go. Flatten that. Fine. Delete this pipeline, which I just so lovingly built. Because it needs to change. In fact, it doesn't actually need to change. We don't even need that pipeline. What am I talking about? Delete this. I know I'm just wasting money left, right, and center now. In fact, I do need that pipeline because that's the only way that we can get bitumen. Oh, you... I am an actual idiot. I'm just wasting money. There's money down the drain right now. Right. This is the final... This is the final way that it's going to look. Right. I like it how it doesn't charge you for different height levels. There we go. Alright, building is without a power supply. Really? Apparently so. Let's get a power supply. Give me an electric thingamabobber. Can't build due to infrastructure. Really? Sure. There we go. I'm starting to waste my dollars as well as my rubles now. I've got to do it for the sake of evenness. Right, let's get a brand new expensive train. And let's do cargo wagon. We want a tanker. Lots of tankers. Right. Pause. Sell that. Gives us a little bit longer. Start. Go here. Load 100% of anything. Yes, please. And then go here. In fact, load 100%. We don't want to load oil. Just fuel and bitumen. Right, go. Make me proud. This is it. This is the last hurrah. It's the only way that we can make money. Right, toot toot. Let's get the train out the door. Stick it in 2 times speed. Looking good. Right. Things are gonna get loaded up. Oh, look at this. Look at this money. Look at this money. Look at how fast this is loading. Look at how fast this is loading. Oh my goodness. Loading up tons of bitumen. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is thousands and thousands and thousands of thousands and thousands of dollars. Right. Resources available at oil fuel storage. Yep. We should be loading up stuff from the oil fuel storage as well. Which is great. This needle is going absolutely bonkers. This is the money. This is the money right here, folks. This is the money. What is going on here? Is this unloading? to be honest, we're still draining the bitumen. Still draining the bitumen. Presumably we're also going to start draining the fuel as well. That's a full load. That's a full stinking load. And now it doesn't work, of course. Of course. Right. You know what? In fact, hold on. There is a way that we can fix this. Get a train. Get a bit of track. No? Yes? Yes. It's a Christmas miracle. Never did I ever think that I would have to ever do something as ridiculous as this. How are you still lost? How are you still lost? Probably because you're like strafing some stinking points. Some semaphore. Some signals, I think is the correct term. How can you not get here? I just gave you a dedicated route. Will that make any difference? It's fine. Everything's fine. Go, please, go. No, come on. I don't have any money left. I can't afford for you to mess around here. Train depot, you've been real for all the time that I had you. Building in the way. I know there's a building in the way. Maybe you could drive past the train depot? Will that make any difference? Please. Please just work. What's the problem? Does this not link up? Oh, please. Wait. What? Hold up. How did you manage to... Oh, you didn't manage to get here. Angle of the connection is too sharp. There we go. Does that work now? Does that work? It wasn't the railway depot. I'm so sorry I had to demolish that railway depot. There we go. Alright. Does that work now? That works. Alright, so... After much trial and error... we finally managed to get this up and running. Honestly, I kind of like having the railway depot here. I feel that it will probably return. Is now the right time for it to return, though? I don't think so. I think now is a time. Now is a time to watch how much money I can make. I just cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. What a great success. What a great success. If it works out, then this whole thing has been worth it. But let's follow the train. Let's follow the train on its journey. Oh, I need to get the list of thingies. List of vehicles, trains, diesel locomotive, distance from camera. Ah, distance from camera. That's a really cool feature. I like that. That is very, very cool indeed. So you can see what the train is. There we go. Look at how glorious this train looks. It's full. It's full of oil. It's looking gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. There we go. Not a care in the world. You go straight onto the correct track. Absolutely fantastic. Let's stick it in double time speed. Let's pretend that it can go faster than it actually can. Cresting the hill. What a wonderful, wonderful train. Look at that. Absolutely exceptional. It's got some fair speed on it. 105 kilometers per hour. And it's going to net me $89,000. And, you know, let's keep in mind that we rushed all this through, right? We rushed all of this through to try and get as much money as possible to stop us going bankrupt, and it worked. It actually legitimately worked. I'm honestly astounded. Honestly astounded. Oh, just as dusk falls as well. What perfect timing. Let's watch our money. Oh my goodness. The money comes in as we unload. Boy oh boy, that is a sight that I was not expecting to see. I was anticipating going bankrupt. We still might go bankrupt, but at least we'll know that we succeeded in not going bankrupt for a little bit longer. The bitumen is where the money's at. The bitumen is where the money is at. The bitumen makes us way more money, actually. Where is it? Yeah, bitumen is 200 and something rubles, whereas the fuel is just 131 rubles per ton. But look at that. We've actually managed to successfully get above 100,000 rubles again. I am relieved, to say the least. That is fantastic. Honestly. That's great news. That's great news. We fixed our train issues. We now know that we just need to have one entrance and one exit, and that'll fix things for most people. For most trains, we need to make sure that they don't exit and enter the same way, because apparently the limitations of the game mean that that is occasionally sticky. Or maybe I'm just doing something horrifically wrong. Who honestly knows? You can see that as our city expands, we have many, many, many more names across the map, which is wonderful. Look at that. That's even more money. Prefab panels and also boards. It's not a very profitable enterprise, just making prefab panels and making boards, but it's fine. I think, however, we need to expand our oil business. Definitely seems that way to me. Definitely seems that way to me. Look at that. This whole thing is working now. This whole area is now working. Look at this. Look at this. We are profitable, folks. We are profitable. We are making money. There we go. We'll just take the long way around for the sake of it, I guess. And we'll start loading up all over again. Look at that. Look at that. Are we increasing our fuel stored? No, we're decreasing our fuel stored. That's great. Okay, so it means that we're drawing from both the plant and also the storage tanks, which is great. And already we're off again. Holy cow, we're making so much fuel. We're doing so good. Oh man, this is fantastic. This is just really a truly fantastic note to end on. We've got literally tons of fuel. Let's ignore that. That's a problem for another day. Because now, ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching. We're going to finish the episode up. Holy cow, I didn't think that we would be able to do it, but we actually did. I'm super grateful to everyone who's been watching so far. If you've stuck it out this long, please do let me know in the comments. And, you know, maybe say something positive about the series. Because, boy oh boy, I feel that that was a real accomplishment. That was a real accomplishment. Also, I think I figured out how we do the bitumen thing. We do the bitumen thing by... We do the bitumen thing by pre-clicking on this button before entering liquids into this tank. So we might be able to take advantage of that in the next episode. But for now, ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been OberPotato. This has been Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I'll see you next time. Bye.